Can you help us and tell us how to properly pronounce your last name?
Larvadain. Yep.
So what did you think of your game?
It was fun. God blessed me with the opportunity to be here, be able to compete in that game with my teammates, with my coaches, with, just the Browns, and it was a great experience, fun experience, something I hope I can keep doing. Sure.
Gage, how are you better right now than you were when you showed up there?
I think CO and Jerry, Deontay, and the rest of the guys, we hold ourselves to a standard, and just if you be that same person every day, I think it becomes who you are, and I think I've just been consistent, try to be consistent every day, and I think I've just grown as a person, as a player, every day.
Gage, a bunch of plays in camp and then in the game. You keep making plays.
Can you say it again?
It feels like you've made plays since you've been here, right? In camp and then in the game on Friday night. Did you know you were going to have the success this early at this level?
Yeah, I mean, that kind of sound, I didn't mean like that, but yeah, I'm a big believer, man, Jesus Christ and God, and I just think, he wouldn't take me this far not to get me to where I want to go. My job is, like I said, just show up, be the same guy every day, and just hopefully I could be a part of the team that could try to turn this thing around.
Tell us a little bit about your background.
You've had an opportunity.
Tell us a little bit about your background, Gage, because we didn't know anything about you before you got here. So growing up, and how did you get to this point?
Yeah, so I'm from Donaldsonville, Louisiana. I did 2 years at Southeastern Louisiana. I transferred to Miami, Ohio, did a year in Oxford, and then I finished up at South Carolina. As you guys know, went undrafted, and just, like I said, just blessed to be here.
So we're watching you and Shedeur throughout camp and the offseason. It seems like you guys developed such a nice chemistry. Like, why do you think that is from your perspective? Yeah,
that's my dog. I mean, he cool, man. He's just somebody that people just gravitate to just naturally, you know what I mean? And it's quarterback receiver. I mean, it's kind of one of those things, especially when we train in the offseason. Like, it's kind of hard to be a receiver and train by yourself. You need somebody to throw the ball to. It's kind of hard for him to train throwing the ball with no one to catch it. So it was just a perfect little match.
You've had the opportunity to work in 11-on-11s and 7-on-7s with all four quarterbacks. Can you kind of compare, contrast, say what you've seen out of all four of them, as you kind of had the opportunity to work with all of them?
Yeah, I've seen 4 great teammates, 4 great quarterbacks, and 4 guys that can compete and help us get to where we need to go.
Gage, about a week or two ago, you caught the fade ball from Joe, and you put like a tweet.
Big Joe.
What is it about Joe that just has your admiration? It seems like all the guys just have so much respect and admiration for Joe. Why is that?
I don't know, man. It's just one of those things. Big Joe, Mr. Joe Flacco. Yeah, it's just being a kid, just watching him on TV, and then you're like, dang, like Joe. You gotta look up because he's so tall. Like, dang, Joe Flacco. So it's just one of those things where it's like, dang, you grow up watching him, and then you get to be his teammate, and then you get to catch a touchdown from him in training camp. It's just a dream.
Gage, it's very unusual for an undrafted free agent to be brought into the media tent. Do you feel you're getting closer to your goal of making the team?
Yeah. That's not my decision at the end of the day. It'd be a dream come true. But like I said, I have to go to Philly and just be the same guy, and then after on and on from there. Like I said, that's not my decision. It would be a blessing. I appreciate you guys noticing, bringing me in here for sure. But
it's disappointing you weren't drafted, Gage.
Yeah, I think every kid grows up wanting to be drafted for sure, but just fuel to the fire for sure. And I think that's part of what you guys see, just me being myself and having that chip on my shoulder to come out here each and every day. That's part of it for sure.
Consistency. What is your personal approach? What's the process that you go through to make sure that you're here, you're ready, that you're producing every time you're on the field?
Yeah, first of all, I keep God first, and then I try to get here early, try to learn as much as I could. I talk to Jerry a lot, talk to Deontay a lot, talk to DeAndre Carter a lot, talk to those guys a lot. They help me out, and just try to be a good teammate. And I think the rest, you be a good person, a good teammate. I think the football stuff kind of just take care of itself. It's kind of like good karma if you believe in that. So.
When you and Shedeur and I think it's Keyshawn
Yeah.
are sitting there, you talking football or just what?
Yeah, we're just living the dream, man. It's you got a guy who was drafted, who's trying to prove himself to you guys as well, as you know, and then we got another undrafted guy, Keyshawn. So we're just trying to, just value our time because we know, like you said, not a lot of guys, not a lot of us stick around too long. So the little time we may have together, we just enjoy it. we sit down at practice, just talk about practice, talk about anything really. So that's the best time of practice. Just go talk to those guys after.
How do you
Can you
think
talk
those?
more?
Can you talk about the nice dig route that you caught in the game, which was a really nice play, and then also just getting in the end zone and making an impact the way you did on the other side?
Yeah, yes, ma'am. Yeah, the dig route was like 3rd and 8. We needed a play. Shedeur did a good job extending it. He took a hit, delivered a good ball. He did the hard work. I did the easy part, just catch the ball and get the first down. So, and then the touchdown was great. Awesome play call, 4th down. And then just to be able to celebrate my teammates just shows how much we care about each other. Even though we have that doubt that creeps in the back of our head, like, man, we might not be here. Just the fact that we still celebrate with each other, it's just a great feeling. And it just shows the type of leaders we have from the top down and the type of team that we can be.
Did you get to keep
What
the
led you
ball?
to-
How did that work?
Yeah, I kept it just simple fact. I don't know if you know what I mean? So I gotta keep down.
And what led you to Oxford, and what was that year like for you?
It was great, man. Coach Martin is probably the best coach I've ever had. He's my favorite. He's one of my favorite coaches. He did a good job leading us to the MAC championship that year I was there. Just kind of, like I said, Southeastern Louisiana was an FCS program, and I just wanted to keep climbing the ladder, keep proving to myself that I am who I say I am, and proving to other people that I am who I say I am. So it was just another step. Been able to go play FBS football in Miami, and it was a great experience. Won a MAC championship. So.
With Shedeur, I know it's a little different because, like you said, he's drafted, but he went through his own experience.
Yeah.
Over draft. How can you guys relate on that level?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like I said, we both got chips on our shoulder, just trying to prove more importantly, prove to ourselves that we are who we say we are. Sure.
When you were a kid, did you always want to be a football player, or what else did you do as a little kid?
Yeah, actually, so I played a year of college basketball as well at Southeastern Louisiana. So my whole life I played basketball, football growing up. Ran a little track in high school, but nothing serious. So yeah, Southeastern gave me the opportunity to play a year of college basketball there as well too.
What did you think of the connection between Shedeur and Caden in that game? How do you think Shedeur just performed in general, and then just specifically those two TDs?
Yeah, I think he did a good job of, honing in and just being himself. There's a lot of distractions. He ignores it. He's the same guy every day. And KD is just a guy who shows up every day, and he just works as hard as he can. And he's another guy. He's gonna be able to help us out for sure. It was great watching him score some touchdowns, and then he scored another one. So it was great. We all celebrated with him. That was great.
Felt like you and Luke were sort of back and forth, like really competing very well with just off of each other, feeding off each other a little bit. Just, do you have any comments on, obviously, the unfortunate thing that he was released today, or waiting today, but what was it like playing with him?
Yeah, Luke, like I said, man, it's just the unfortunate part of this. I feel like Luke is my brother forever at this point. We went through camp together. I feel like I knew him forever. Ultimate competitor, great football player. I guess that's all I got.
Thank you guys.
Thanks a lot.